What's up, football heads? Welcome back to that show. I'm Kyle. He is Caesar. And this is NOOB Football Picks. And let me quickly rearrange these things. There
Go
we
Birds.
go.
Go Birds. Go
Yeah,
Birds.
good for you. Let's dive into it. We got a Thursday night game tomorrow. Prime Video, 8:15 Eastern. Baltimore Ravens coming off a much-needed win, sitting at 2-5, headed down to South Beach, take on the 2-6 Miami Dolphins, also coming off of a big win that was very much needed, potentially to save everybody's jobs.
Hold it. I called it last week. Didn't I call it that Miami was going to win that game? You said, "Oh, Kirk O'Shane's now." Fuck Kirk O'Shane's. He's injured. He ain't got it anymore. It was Miami.
Hold it. Didn't I call it last week? The Baltimore Ravens were going to beat the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, dude, you did call that. I was dead wrong about that. I'll be on the record. I'll be frank about what I did. I said that the Ravens could not play ball and I could not be able to be good without Lamar Jackson. I was dead wrong. So I apologize about that.
Dead wrong.
They proved me wrong. I was completely mistaken. They dominated that game, so good for the Ravens. Now they're going to get Lamar back for this Miami game, so I'm sorry, Miami, but you're going to get fucked in that game.
Yeah, they get Lamar back in time for him to get a nice tune-up against a garbage team to then go play the Vikings next week. That's how it always works. The schedule conspired against us this entire season. We're not a bad team. The schedule fucked us. That's the problem. No, we're
not a bad team,
but also the schedule. We're both. They're not bad, but they're kind of bad. Yeah, I'm on the Ravens. Come on. Dolphins go win 2 games in a row. Lamar's back in it. I'm telling you, the Ravens, you look at their schedule. I think we talked about this last week. They're about to rip off some wins here, man.
Yeah, you
Dolphins
you
this week.
The Ravens are during that game. The Ravens are making the playoffs. You just legit text me like the Ravens are making the playoffs.
They're gonna make a push because they got the Dolphins, then they got the Vikings next week, both road games. Then where we at? Then they got the Browns, trash. They got the Jets, trash. Then who else we got? Then they got the Bengals at home on Thanksgiving, trash. It's just trash, dude. Trash. Trash.
They're just traveling to the landfill.
Didn't they have a bye, or am I missing them? I thought they already had their bye.
I think.
Then they got the Steelers. Already. So that's gonna be a huge. They got a bunch of games here.
That's a very important
rip
game.
Off they rip off 5 or 6 wins in a row. However many was that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5 wins in a row. Then that Steelers game, that week 14, that could be for first place.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I think the Steelers got a tough schedule coming up.
That could be the game where they actually make sure that the Ravens can say, "Oh, we win, we are the first place in the NFC. I mean, the AFC North," or they can lose and the Steelers can continue to dominate that division. At this time right now,
the Steelers
are the top dog in that division.
They are, but they're only 2 games up, and the Ravens got that soft ass schedule. The Steelers got the Bills, they got the Chargers this week, they got the Colts this week. I meant Chargers.
They got the Colts.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, you're looking at, if things hold as you would expect, the Steelers only going to be a game up. The Ravens will only be a game back in the division after starting 1-5.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
That division has a soft
football,
schedule.
Baby.
Yeah. Well, not even.
I mean, the division itself is a soft schedule. You got the Browns and the Bengals. Yeah. All right, so we're both on the Ravens.
Definitely.
I know every week.
I'm sorry.
Every week you want to pick the Dolphins. I know you do.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, I've been excited about the fact that the Dolphins they started off as trash. They're a joke of an organization. Mike McDaniels is a fucking buffoon. Tua is a fucking bozo. So, I decided that last week they were going to win that game simply because Michael Penix Jr. was not going to play. And he is the reason that team has been on a fucking roll. Yeah, Bijan Robinson is
You got to
playing
sleep on
well.
my guy, Bijan Robinson?
Listen.
My guy. Never in doubt.
Bijan, he's a great player, but you got Michael Penix Jr. doing the game management in that fucking team, and he's doing a good job about it. Kirko changed. Unfortunately, after that injury, he hasn't been the same. I knew he was not going to be able to lead that team for a victory. I knew the Dolphins were going to take advantage, especially because the Dolphins are desperate, man. Like you said, they're trying to save jobs. They're trying to make sure that they keep their jobs. Players are trying to keep their starting positions, and the fucking coach wants to keep his job. So that's why I called for the Miami Dolphins to win last week, and they did. But this week, man, they're facing a Ravens team that just came out swinging. I mean, they took out the fucking pool tables and all distractions from the locker room and the training facility.
That's one of my favorite footballisms as well. They got rid of the skee ball. They got rid of the air hockey tables. You better watch out.
Ping pong tables, the fucking table thing. Like as soon as they did that, it's like they're gonna win, and they fucking knocked it out of the park. And they came out swinging, and they gotta get Lamar back this week. So definitely, the Ravens are gonna win this game. There's no doubt about that. In my mind,
they're
if
hungry.
I'm
They're
wrong
in
again,
playoff
then I'll
mode.
accept it. But I highly doubt that Miami's gonna be able to at least put up a fight.
Every game is do or die for them right now, even though they're only 2 games back. And if they win this week and the Steelers lose to the Colts, they'll only be a game back. But every game is do or die. Ravens, I'm going to go out on a limb right now. I'm going to say the Ravens are going to win that division. I think the schedule just sets them up for it. And then their first game against the Steelers is in Baltimore, I believe.
Okay, we're halfway there. Next week, we should be able to do a prediction of who's going to win each division. We should be able to do
we're
that.
doing that for sure.
So
that'll be on the flagship show.
We're definitely going to do that, but it's a possibility they could win that division. I mean, if the Steelers continue to struggle, I mean, they started well, but they haven't looked dominant. If they continue to struggle, then the Ravens, if they can continue climbing, they might be able to get that division and get a foot in favor. So we'll see.
All right, let's move on to Sunday. 1 p.m. Eastern, the 3-4 my Minnesota Vikings travel to Detroit to take on the 5-2 Detroit Football Lions. 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Who you got?
I'm so sorry. I know your team's going through some shit right now. Carson Wentz got destroyed by the fucking Chargers. Like you put it beautifully, he got sacrificed in that game. He's injured now. Is JJ going to be back for this game?
Yes.
All right. You're going to lose. Lions are winning this game.
JJ McCarthy has never lost a game in the state of Michigan. Just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Never lost a game in the state of Michigan.
He hasn't played in the state of Michigan in the NFL.
We'll see.
I'm going for the Lions. The Lions, they bounced back after that horrible loss to the Chiefs on prime time, and I feel like they got to continue to ride that momentum. The Vikings, now they got to get back to form with JJ back, but they still have a couple of injuries up front, so we'll see if they're able to get that done. So I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Lions. I'm motivated and angry and hungry Lions team. I don't think they're going to be able to beat them.
They ain't motivated. They ain't that hungry. They're cruising right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
You think Dan Campbell has their team just cruising by? No, he doesn't have them cruising by.
They're cruising. They're on cruise control.
No cruise control, my ass.
This is a trap game. This is a classic trap game. And guess what, Caesar? It's a divisional matchup. You got to throw the records out the window.
Fuck, you're right. Well, that's a good point. But, it's you got to understand that the Vikings have struggled this season from the get-go. They haven't looked dominant. They're not bad. Like you said before we started recording.
No, they're bad.
No. Listen.
They're bad.
Listen.
Jahmyr Gibbs is going to run for 500 yards in this game. I'm not going to pick a winner because, as is customary, but Jahmyr Gibbs is going to run for 500 yards in this game. New record.
Hey, you were talking about how their pass defense was elite, their run defense wasn't, and then the Eagles decided to go over the air and beat them. All right?
I say it was elite. I said they've been playing at a very high level. They haven't been giving up a lot through the air.
They were the number 1 ranked air defense. So, yeah, they were
elite. But going up against Dylan Gabriel, and, I mean, you played Aaron Rodgers. He shredded you with a bunch of short passes. Dylan Gabriel, Jake Browning, Caleb Williams in his first game in a new system. Michael Penix didn't throw at all because Bijan Robinson was, as I always said, an MVP caliber player, just absolutely shredding him on the ground.
I would never get over your Bijan comments, but all right, yeah.
Listen, Bijan, everyone else was saying, oh, Bijan, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's a top 5 back yet. We got to see more. We got to see him do it again. I said, not so fast, my friend. This guy is maybe the best in the business. Never in doubt. You'd never hear me say a cross word about Bijan Robinson. This very well could be a bloodbath. Let's not get it twisted. But I expect it to be closer than maybe people think. I do think Kevin O'Connell and his team. Here's the thing about Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell, every fucking year with this team, inexplicably, they go into a game and get curb stomped at some point. Do you remember that game in 2022, the game against the Bills where nobody gave them a chance, even though they were, 7-1, I think, going into that game? And they pulled out Jefferson had the crazy one-handed catch over Benford, and then Josh Allen fumbled on the goal line, and they recovered it for a touchdown, and it went to overtime, and they beat him in overtime. And then they came out the next week and got curb stomped by the Cowboys so bad that Fox decided they had to switch off the game at halftime. So this happens every year, but then they come back the next game, and it's competitive. Except the playoff game against the Rams, because we kind of sort of got curb stomped by the Lions, and then we got curb stomped by the Rams. So that's an outlier, but we'll see. I'm just saying, you get beat as bad as you got beat against the Chargers. They got too much talent in the locker room, too much pride in themselves. Like, they're not talent-wise, they're a damn good roster. Like, coming into the season, they were a top 5 roster in football. So, like you can't get beat the shit out of you. You can't get the shit kicked out of you 2 weeks in a row with this roster. It can't happen.
You can. You can. You can definitely get the shit.
I'm saying you can't, as in, like, you cannot as a man, not even as a football player, as 53 men. You cannot walk into that arena and get your ass kicked 2 weeks in a row. You got to come out. If you're going down this week, I want every man in that locker room, because I know they're watching. I know you guys watch. Look into the camera. Reach your hands out and put your hand on the screen and feel me feeling you through the screen, through your television screen. It's a major motion picture, baby. We go out there. We got to get it done because you have to. And if you don't get it done, you're going to die on the field like Carson Wentz on your shield in the gladiatorial combat arena. You have to come out with more fire than that bullshit. Caesar, I'm going to give you a stat right now. If you take out the Bengals game where Isaiah Rodgers beat the hapless Bengals all by himself, you take that game out, the Vikings have played 360 minutes of football this season, and they have led for exactly 23 minutes out of 360 minutes. What the fuck are we doing? Let's get it together. Come on. We got to come out and we got to beat the dog shit out the Lions. I don't care about the losing streak. We're coming out hot, and we're going to stick our boots straight through their asses, out through the front of their mouth, and break that sumbitch off somewhere in their esophagus. Let's get it done. I'm not picking the game. Wouldn't shock me if the Lions beat the dog shit out of them, but we got to come in there with some bite and some fire, with some fury in your chest. Come on. Skol Vikings. Horrendous effort last Thursday. They got the mini bye. Come on, baby. We got this. JJ's back. We got this. Darisaw's going to play. O'Neal's going to play. Ryan Kelly's still out with the concussion. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done, Caesar. We're going to get this thing done.
All right. I mean, listen, it's your team.
That's not an official pick. I will not ever officially pick my Vikings.
I know. But this is your team. You understand that you're positive about it. I always And I'm always positive about the Eagles, so I feel you.
Yeah, because they're always fucking 12-5, 13-4. The hell do you got to be not positive about? Oh no, they're 4-2, and AJ Brown's making weird fucking comments on Instagram. The sky is falling.
Surprisingly, not a weird comment this week that he's injured, so we'll see. What's the trade deadline hit?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. So we'll see if they get traded. So I don't think they're going to trade AJ Brown, but people are saying, "Oh, he's injured. They got to trade him to the fucking whatever." Come on.
All right, let's move on. We spent too much time on these first two games. Next up, 3-4.
You spend a lot of time.
We spent more time on the Ravens game than we did on the Vikings game. I gotta listen.
It's been 15
my team
minutes.
Is down bad. Yeah, and the first 8 minutes was on the Ravens game.
Oh, so you're saying you spent only, 3 minutes?
No, I say we spent like 7 minutes on the Vikings. We spent like 8 minutes on the Ravens game.
All right,
Don't come in here hot at me. The boys are down bad. They need a pep talk. They need a man to gather the troops and let them know. Let them know what you're fighting for.
You got to get yourself a Vikings helmet.
The Lions are going to remember the day they played the Vikings. I got a what?
You got to get yourself a Viking helmet. I'm not talking about a football helmet that you own. I'm talking about a legit Viking helmet, like a Viking warrior helmet.
I do have one back in New Jersey. It's like a shitty one from Disney, from Norway, I believe. But anyway, let's move on. We got the 3-4 Atlanta Falcons headed to Foxborough to take on the 6-2 surging New England Patriots behind MVP candidate Drake May. 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Falcons, Pats, who you got?
The question here is Michael Penix Jr. going to play?
Does it matter?
Yes, he does. Imagine.
You sure about that?
Well, let's see if he's going to play. Because honestly,
if Kirk played, don't let Kirk get hot now. He had to shake the rust off. I wasn't thinking about the rust. He had to shake the rust off. Now you got the rust shaking off. Ooh.
Well, maybe. But we got to make sure to see if he's going to play. Because is he going to play? Good. Maybe Michael Penix Jr. is going to be able to make a difference from that team. It might make the game. Excuse me. It might make the game more competitive. But at the same time, we got to figure out, is he going to be able to lead a team for a victory? I honestly don't think he's going to be able. Even if he plays, I don't think they're going to win. I think the Patriots have found themselves, in a position where they're able to be a dominant team again. I think Mike Vrabel has done an excellent job developing this team from where they were a couple of years ago. And now with Drake May playing at the level that he's playing, I think the Patriots are going to win this game. But the question will be, will Michael Penix Jr. play, and would that make this game more competitive? I don't think the Falcons are going to win, but it depends on if Michael Penix Jr. plays, if they're going to be playing at a close level, if they're going to be, if it's going to be a close game, or if it's just going to be a blowout from the Patriots. If he doesn't play, I think the Patriots are going to blow out the Falcons, but the Patriots are winning this game regardless.
I'm taking the Falcons.
Of course you are.
I'm on Atlanta. I can feel it. Listen, they're every other week. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. I thought they were going to be good last week. They were not. So they're going to be good this week. The Patriots are playing ahead of their skis. And most times that's a good thing. But every once in a while, you start to feel yourself. Everyone, Drake May, he might be the leading candidate for MVP. Oh, the Patriots might dethrone the Bills. They're back, baby. You got Chris Brockman talking about we're back. All the Patriots fans in the media talking about they back. The fans, we're all the way back. All the way back. And that's the perfect time to slip up against a mediocre team that we have seen play incredibly high-level football. The Falcons aren't just a mid team. They're a team it's a roller coaster team. Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes they're really bad. And I think the Falcons are going to be up for this game, whether it's Penix or it's Kirk. Yeah, well, revenge. Long awaited revenge.
I mean, he's not the
Almost 10
same.
years.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the same. It's not like it's the same teams playing each other. I mean, it's the same teams but different players. So we'll see.
You go ask some Falcons fans if they don't want to beat the Patriots. You go ask the Falcons fans. They'll let you know.
Atlanta fans, do you want to beat the Patriots? You want to embarrass the Patriots after that 28-3 blowout? Yeah.
I hope Kirk plays because I'm telling you, Kirk's next time Kirk gets on the field, he's balling out. Balling out. Just had to shake the rust up.
He ain't shaking no
rust
off that ankle. He ain't shaking no rust off that bum ass ankle after that he got injured. He's hurt.
He's
he can't
good.
run.
He's
he can't
fine.
evade the sacks.
He doesn't need to, baby. He's gonna be slinging that thing at 2.2 seconds all over the field.
Do you like that? Do you like that?
I do like that. All right, let's move on. We got the 5-3 Los Angeles Chargers coming off a drubbing of my Minnesota Vikings. Headed to Nashville to take on the 1-7 Tennessee Titans, 1 p.m. on CBS. Chargers, Titans. Who you got?
Chargers. Fuck the Titans. They're done. They're done. They should be focusing on tanking for the rest of the season to get better players in the draft. It's the Titans. I mean, it's the Chargers. There's no competition here. Chargers are gonna win.
The only thing I got to say about this game in regards to the Titans is trade us Jeffrey Simmons, please. Chargers by at least 2 touchdowns.
At least?
At least. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
At
Titans
the
are
very least.
All right, next up we got the 4-3 Chicago Bears coming off a tough loss. Headed to Cincinnati to take on the 3-5 Cincinnati Bengals, coming off possibly a tougher loss, losing to the 0-4 Jets. 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Bears Bengals. Who you got?
Is this your favorite game of the week?
I mean, I would not be opposed to just like a world-ending event occurring during this game, or just like a like the Dark Knight Rises, just the entire stadium just collapses. Nobody's harmed, but the league decides, you know what, they suck. They both get a loss.
I'm picking the Bears. Caleb Williams and the Bears, they lost the game this week where they looked like, it was not a pretty loss. It was a very ugly loss, and I feel they're going to bounce back from it. Bengals, Joe Flacco, he's trying to do whatever he can, but he cannot just throw Jamar Chase.
Questionable with an AC joint, by the way.
Jesus. Yeah, there's no way they're able to beat the Bears. The Bears surprisingly have played really good football this year. They're not elite. They're not, in my opinion, contenders, but they have been playing really well. So I'm going to go with the Bears.
The Bears look more of a professional football team this year. I think Caleb, you can't expect him to just suddenly have figured it all out.
He's developing, though. So you can see he's developing to a better player than he was a year ago.
He's had moments where he's looked really good. He's had moments where he's looked like Caleb from last year. It's parts to a process. But yeah, I'm picking the Bears. The Bengals suck. Their defense sucks. Logan Wilson wants out. Trey Hendrickson's questionable.
Henderson wants out too.
Yeah.
He's not going to say it, but he's not. But he wants out too. The reason he's still there is because they signed him to an extension, and then but he wants out. He wanted out in the offseason. He does not want to play for that team. And honestly, to be completely honest, he should move to another team if he wants to be successful, because he's not going to win any championships in that team right now. That whole
Nobody's
organization
going to win any championships in that team.
That whole organization sucks. The owner sucks. The manager sucks. The coaches suck. Everything sucks about that team. I'm not going to talk bad about the players because it's not their fault. Most of the players are good. They just in that horrible position.
How does Duke Tobin still have a job? I don't understand this. And Zach Taylor's Bob's Burger looking ass, man. Get this dude off the sideline, please. If he keeps his job after this season, if I was any Bengals fan that decides, you know what, I don't want to be a fan of this team anymore, I will not hold it against you. Any other team, It's like, no, be a fan of your team, suck it up and deal with it, you piece of shit. If you're a Bengals fan, I'm allowing you a free pass to jump onto any other team you want, because that team sucks. Bears are gonna win.
I will never forget the fact that they have zero place to practice, and they just practice on their overpass. That's the most disrespectful team to a professional football franchise there is. Like, I'm pretty sure the Birmingham Stallions from the UFL have an actual practice facility. Honestly,
Yeah.
the Bengals should be relegated to the UFL, and the Stallions from Birmingham should be upgraded to the NFL. That they should just switch.
They treat it like teams, like organizations treat baseball teams, where it's like they're not trying to win, they just want to make money. And it's like, dude, you're Mike Brown. Your dad was Paul Brown. How the fuck are you not pouring everything you have into this? Like, you have money because of your dad being a founding father of sorts for the league. Why are we not investing money into the organization? Why are we treating this like, oh, this is just an investment that I'm trying to squeeze as much money out of? Get it together.
If you're a professional sports team owner, not just in the NFL but in any league, and your main motivation is just to make money, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna make it money, because you're just gonna be you got to become the owner of a property franchise, basically. You're not going to invest in the players. You're not going to invest in the talent. You're not going to invest in the facilities and development of these players. You're just going to turn that franchise into a property franchise, and that's what you're going to do. So, yeah.
You got to spend money to make money. But let's move on. We don't need to talk about the Bengals. I harp on these clowns every week. Next up, we got the 7-1 league-leading Indianapolis Colts, headed to Pittsburgh to take on the 4-3 Pittsburgh Steelers, 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Colts Steelers, who you got?
Trap game. Steelers are going to beat the Colts.
Are you actually picking that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God, because I wanted to pick the Steelers because I enjoy us having divergent picks, but I was like, I can't. Their defense has not been good, and the Colts are they're moving the ball too well. We're sniffing around the same point. Like, if the Steelers do win this game, I will personally take a little pride in that, because I've been sniffing around that this week of, I think the Steelers might win this game. But from a football standpoint, other than Aaron Rodgers being vindictive and probably being shit pissed that he lost to the Packers, the Colts are just a better team. They just are. So I'm picking the Colts.
JJ.
But I like where you're coming from.
JJ or TJ? I forget which one it is. Is it JJ Watt?
TJ, come on.
It's TJ? JJ Watt is the retired one, right?
Yes.
TJ Watt is going to fucking dominate that field, and he's not going to let Mr. Jonathan Taylor run through them. So I'm gonna pick the Steelers.
I mean, it should be a good game. I wish this feels like this should be like Sunday Night Football to me.
Well, I don't know
just
what
a regular ass
is,
1
but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be better than what the fuck it is, because Monday Night Football. I think Monday Night Football is a shitty game, or Sunday Night Football is a shitty game.
Cardinals Cowboys.
Look at that, Jesus Christ! Who the fuck wants to see Cardinals Cowboys on a Monday night? What the fuck?
It's America's team, dude.
Fuck America. I mean, fuck America. I love America. Fuck America's team.
Oh, God. We are now officially on a watch list somewhere. Brown Man says fuck America on podcast.
I mean, fuck America's canceled. Team. I do love America. They have given me a lot of joy, especially the NFL. So, not fuck America, but definitely fuck the Cowboys. And
all
the
right.
Cardinals.
Next up, we got the 5-3 San Francisco 49ers, headed to MetLife to take on the 2-6 New Jersey Giants, 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Who you got?
As much as I hate to pick a winner between these two teams, which I do not like, I'm picking the 49ers. Their injuries to Cam Skadaboo is going to cost the Giants a couple of games. They have a really tough schedule coming up now. And as we saw this past week against the Eagles, without that really efficient and strong run game, they are not able to be as good as they have been. And people seem to think that they were dominant, but they were not. They did dominate the Eagles in that game a couple of weeks back, but they've only won 2 games the entire season, and we're in week 9. I don't think Cam Scadiple's injury is gonna be something that's easy to ignore for the Giants. It's sad. It's unfortunately it's an unfortunate thing because he was a fun player to watch and he definitely gave a lot of life to that team. And for that reason, for that injury, I don't think they're going to be able to get back and bounce back from that Eagles loss where the Eagles pretty much dominated them. Not saying they were questionable calls. They definitely were questionable calls by the refs in that game. But even with those calls in there, the Eagles definitely dominated the team, the Giants team. So I'm picking the 49ers. I think the 49ers have a more complete team at this point in the season, and I don't think the Giants are going to be able to beat them. That's it. And I'm picking.
Yeah, I mean this.
I'm speaking out of respect for Cam Scadipule because I know he was a really big part of that team this season.
Yeah, I mean, this is a battle of two teams that are just battered by injuries, and the 49ers just know how to deal with it better, and they have a better overall base than the Giants do. And, like, you have a rookie quarterback. Who's he throwing to? Like, Theo Johnson's had an excellent season. Wan'Dale Robinson's been better than usual, but that's not a recipe for success. I'm picking the Niners here.
It's sad. It's a sad thing because it wasn't just a dislocated ankle. It was like he tore some ligaments and some shit. Like he was gnarly.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was a very gnarly injury.
All right, next up we got the 6-2 Denver Broncos headed to Houston to take on the 3-4 Houston Texans. 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Broncos, Texans. Who you got?
Do I want to go with the upset or should I just pick the Broncos? I'm going to pick the Broncos. I'm going to go with the Broncos beating every single Texas team this season.
Yeah, I mean, you got the ABC defense with who's the A? I don't even remember who the A is. And Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper and the boys against that Texans offensive line. Recipe for disaster. Broncos are going to win this game.
Definitely.
They're not going to be able to stop the rush. It's not the pass rush. It's not going to happen.
Texans has shown that they're able to adapt and make changes to the positions in the offensive line and just turn around.
Zach Allen, that's the A. How could I forget Zach Allen? Zach Allen, Nick Benito, and Jonathan Cooper, no shot. Ed Ingram is going to be on his ass the entire game.
All I know is that offensive line is not going to be able to stop that defense. Benito is really fucking good. I'm going to tell you, like, the way they play against the Eagles, I could tell, like, Benito is a really good player. That game was not a blowout game like the Giants was. It was a really closer game, but Benito and that defense did a really good job. They were able to read the offense. The Eagles at that point was not as good, and I don't think the Texans' offense is good either this season. So I think the Broncos are going to be able to dominate that game easily.
It's down season for the Texans. It is what it is. But
yeah,
let's move on. We got
It's more like the fucking, I don't know what you call the third year.
Junior year slump. Next up, we got the 4-4 Carolina Panthers headed to Lambeau Field to take on the 5-1 Green Bay Packers coming off a big win on Sunday night, 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Who you got?
I got the Panthers because I cannot wait for this trap game to happen and make sure that the fucking Packers stop being the number 1 seed in the NFC. Panthers, I believe in you. I trust you to beat the Packers.
I hope you're right, but I damn sure ain't picking it. I'm picking the Packers. It's Packers, man. Come on.
It's
Come
Packers.
on, man.
Does Jordan Love trying to be better quarterback than he is? He's not fucking. The Packers are not elite. They're just at the top because of a technicality. They have a tie against the fucking Cowboys. Come on. It's not like the Cowboys from the
That's
1990s.
bold claim.
It's a fucking modern day Cowboys who are not good. They're not dominant. They have a good offense, but a terrible defense. Yeah, no. Fuck the Packers. They're not elite. They're just there for a technicality. That's all they have.
I feel like you have more animosity against more teams than even I do. And you're an Eagles fan, so I guess that makes sense.
Listen,
never mind.
There's a reason for each animosity. If you tell me a team and I'll tell you if I hate them and why I hate them. Why do I hate the Packers? Because they're soft. They're pussy. They're a fucking bunch of baby back bitches that complain about the tush push or the brotherly shove, if you want to call it that way, in the off season. Oh, let's put them on to ban the tush push. Why? Because you were not able to stop it in the playoffs because you got dominated by the Eagles in the playoffs. Fuck you, you bunch of fucking cheesehead bitches.
The Packers were right. They should have banned the tush push.
No, they shouldn't have. We'll talk about this later.
We'll talk about on the flagship show why the tush push will be banned and why the NFL actually wanted it to be banned last season when the Packers proposed it.
It's a conspiracy.
But, yeah, Packers, easy money. I don't care if Andy Dalton, Bryce Young, it don't matter. You're going to be on your ass with Micah Parsons dancing on top of you.
Battle the Panthers, man. Battle the Panthers. This is a trap game. This is an easy case of a trap game. Panthers are winning this.
Well, who the Packers play next week? Because to me, the classic case of the trap game is always there's like a big game the next week that you're looking forward to, so you're looking past. Oh, they got the Eagles on Monday night next week.
Exactly.
Okay, so this does feel like a trap game. But I don't think the Panthers got that type of juice. They might be 4-4, but they ain't got that Packers juice.
They're about to lose 2 weeks in a row. Actually, if you think about it,
I'm here for it if they do.
If you think about it, that Monday night game is for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
It could be.
No, it is.
It might not be.
No, it is. Check the records.
There's a whole week of games that come before then. If the Packers lose, as you say, and the Lions win, then guess what? They are now ahead of the Packers in the division.
But that makes the Eagles the number 1 seed.
Does it?
Yeah, they're the number 2 seed right now.
What's the Eagles' record?
6-2.
And then Detroit will be 6-2. So then tiebreakers will come into effect.
Oh, so. Tiebreakers, yeah. All right.
Either way, if you're right and the Packers lose 2 games in a row and the Vikings beat Detroit this week and they go to 4-4, and then if they win next week against Baltimore and Detroit loses next week, then the Vikings will only be a game back in the division.
Hey, they will be back in the playoffs.
A man can dream. A man can dream. We're only 2 weeks away from being a game back in the division. You got to go out there and fight your ass off. The season is on the line.
We're halfway there.
Anyway, next up we got the 4-3 Jacksonville Jaguars coming off a bye, headed to Vegas to take on the 2-5 Las Vegas Raiders, who I believe are also coming off of a bye. This game is 4:05 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Jags it's the first Raiders. 4 o'clock game?
Yes.
All right. We have here a case of a team that has played really well, but has come up with a couple of bad losses in the Jaguars. And a team that has Geno Smith. I'm picking the Jaguars. That's it.
Duval.
Yep,
you already know where I'm going. Duval. Jacksonville, baby. The Raiders are just bad, man. They're
Raiders
just bad.
Will not be good until they get a better quarterback. Geno Smith ain't it. He forgets how to play football. He forgets how to be a good quarterback. I don't know why Pete Carroll likes him. Maybe he's a cool guy. Maybe he's a very chill guy.
Boy.
He could be the best fucking guy ever, but as a football player, as a quarterback, He sucks. Get a better quarterback, Raiders, and you might be going back to fucking prominence. You might go back to the Joe Madden days where he was the coach and you're dominating the fucking league.
Joe Madden, longtime manager of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
What did I say?
Joe Madden.
John Madden.
This man is several beers deep, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. The Raiders are just. I need to see something before I'm even going to be willing to
they're
pick
not
this
good.
team. Like, they're nowhere close to being pickable.
They have great players. They had a great tight end who I believe is still injured. They have.
I think he's coming back this week. I read an update on him earlier today.
So that might be a turning point for them. They could beat. No, they're not going to beat the Jaguars. I'm sorry. Mr. Cohen has that team on a roll. They lost a couple of games, but they have been playing really well. I mean, they beat legit contenders team. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the 49ers. They have been really good this season. I'm picking the Jaguars. There's just no doubt they're going to win this game. No matter if Brock Bowers is back, that defense in the Raiders, it's good at times, it's questionable at times. They have some good players in there, but definitely Jaguars are going to be the ones that beat this team.
All right, next up we got the 1-7 New Orleans Saints headed out here to sunny Los Angeles to take on the 5-2 Los Angeles Rams. Tyler Shuck making his first career start for the Saints. Saints-Rams, 4:05 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Who you got?
Rams got a cupcake schedule.
Low bit.
They have a cupcake schedule, and they're still number 2 in the fucking division.
Are they? Are the Seahawks technically won?
Yeah. Seahawks are number 1.
By tiebreakers?
Yeah. I'm picking the Rams. The Saints are a bad team right now. They're still rebuilding. They're still trying to figure things out. They have not. They just changed their quarterback. They're not winning this game. The Rams are winning this game. And if the Rams don't win this game, then they should be number 3 in the division and probably just compete for the bottom of the barrel with Arizona because fuck the Rams.
I'm going to say what I say every week, which is the Saints will keep this closer than maybe people expect, and then they will lose to the Los Angeles Rams, who are just a better football team. They just are.
That's the only thing. I mean, you can put in any narrative you want. At this time, at this point, at this very minute, the Rams are just a better team. That's it. The Saints are not.
All right, next up we got the Jim game of the week. The 5-3 Kansas City Chiefs headed to Buffalo to take on the 5-2 Buffalo Bills. 4:25 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Chiefs, Bills renew the rivalry with Nance and Romo on the call. Who you got?
Oh, we're gonna have a good game this week. Oh, we're gonna have a slobber knocker. Oh, we're going to have ourselves one of those matches where people just hate to see the Chiefs on TV. But the Bills are at home. And they're hungry. And they're still angry. I told you last week they're going to come back from the bye week swinging. And they did.
I spoke to the Buffalorian. He said, despite what they win 40-9, he said the Bills played like shit and the play calling was terrible, and he's more convinced than ever that they're not going anywhere this year.
Oh. But I'm telling you what, the Buffalorian is wrong. The Buffalorian needs to see that the stars are in their favor and they're going to dominate the Chiefs. Bills over the Chiefs at home.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
All right.
It's best team in football right now, man.
Fuck that bullshit.
It's best team in football.
They have a losing record. They just playing well because they got back to the wide receivers. They're talking about MVP talk for Mahomes. He ain't got the fucking numbers for MVP. Where the fuck is this coming?
Oh, I don't want to hear about numbers when we're talking about the MVP. It ain't all about the numbers.
It's a bunch of bullshit. It's like, who he MVPing what? He a losing record team? No, fuck you. MVP.
They're 5-3.
What?
They're 5-3, Caesar. They are 5-3 right now.
They're
The Kansas City
5-3?
Chiefs are 5-3. Yes. While you've been sleeping on them week after week, and I've been telling you, give it a week or two, they're going to be the best team in football, and here we are.
Well, the Colts are the best
5-3.
team in football right now, so fuck that. That's not a correct statement.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see come January. We'll see come January.
I already predicted last week the Colts are making the Super Bowl.
We'll see come February. But the Chiefs are going to win this game because then I think the Bills are going to beat them in the playoffs.
All right. Fair.
I hope.
I mean, everybody hopes that the Chiefs lose in the playoffs, but yeah.
I mean, I want the Bills to host the Chiefs finally in the playoffs. Especially it's the last season in old Ralph Wilson Stadium. Like that would be the move. Is the AFC Championship game is Chiefs at Bills, and the Bills finally beat the Chiefs in the last game at the stadium and go to the Super Bowl.
And then they get beat by the Eagles.
It's gonna be tough when they lose to the Chiefs this week.
All right, next. Is that the 4
Next
o'clock
up, we got that is the 4 o'clock slate because next up we got Sunday Night Football. The 5-2 Seattle Seahawks fly across country, migrating, if you will, from Washington State to Washington D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders, sitting at 3-5, coming off a tough loss last Monday night to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Short week.
8:20 p.m. on NBC and Peacock. Seahawks, Commanders, who you got?
Waiting all night. I mean, all day for Sunday night. The Commanders have a short week. Jaden Daniels is still injured. Terry McLaurin just got injured. Seahawks are going to win this game easily. You should stay with Sam Darnold, Kyle. The Vikings should have re-signed Sam Darnold.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear this nonsense. Sam Darnold is a very good quarterback. I will always root for him. I'll always have a ton of respect for him, but they made the right decision. No matter what, even if J.J. McCarthy ends up being a colossal failure, they still made the right decision.
I'm not
you got to trust the process.
I'm not saying they should have kept him as a starter, but they should have kept him as their backup.
If they said Sam Darnold, hey, first of all, to do that, you would have to be paying a backup quarterback $30+ million, which is something only the Atlanta Falcons would do. And if you said, like, did Sam Darnold earn the right to be a starter, like to be a guarantee, not a competition, to go start? He was a Pro Bowler last year. He threw 35 touchdowns. Like, it was never going to happen. It just was never going to happen. Anyone saying, oh, they should have kept it wasn't going to happen. It was not an actual option on the table. They made him an offer, but it was like out of like, we have to make you an offer because you were really good for us last year. But there's no way, unless if they won maybe a playoff game or two last year, they may have considered the move. But even then, you still it would have to require, like, we're just going to trade J.J. McCarthy to someone. Like, Sam Darnold is going to go to a spot where he's the guy. It's not, I'm the guy right now, and then there's a guy who might be looking over my shoulder. Like, it wasn't going to happen. And he's balling. And Jackson Smith and Jigba is unbelievable. And I would like to pick the Commanders here just because they're at home, and it's a long way to travel if you're the Seahawks across country. And I had the Commanders winning 9 games this year. And they lose this, they're already at 6 losses, which is tough. I didn't think they were a playoff team this year, and they're not even. Not even. What are you, Jay Uso, telling me to fucking run it back?
It's just me, Us. Keep going. I'm gonna get a beer.
Oh boy, it's just me, Us. Caesar has left the screen. But yeah, I'm picking the Seahawks. They're just Darnold's playing really well. Jackson Smith and Jigba is playing out of his mind. Mike McDonald has the defense playing fucking lights out, and the Commanders, too many injuries. I don't know what the situation is with Jaden Daniels. Even if he plays, it's a bad vibe season for the Commanders, and nobody's talking about it. Everyone's like, oh, the Vikings. What happened to the Vikings? What about the Commanders? They went to the championship game, and nobody's sitting here talking about how they suck. Sorry.
They went to the championship game to get their ass beat. That's the first thing that they should be saying. And then
that is correct.
They've been suffering from the sophomore slump ever since, because we're not talking just about Jaden Daniels' sophomore slump. We're talking about Dan Quinn's sophomore slump as the head coach for the Commanders. The whole team is just suffering from that. And right now they're injured. Jaden Daniels questionable for Sunday. I don't think he's going to play. Terry McLaurin got injured on Monday. He's not going to play. So, yeah, it's going to be tough for them if they actually want to win this game. But I don't think they're going to win this game. I think the Seahawks, who are healthier, who have a really good defense this year, and have a good quarterback in Sam Darnold, are going to win this game.
I agree. Next up, last game, we got Monday Night Football, 8:15 p.m. Eastern on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN Unlimited. 2-5 Arizona Cardinals headed down to Dallas to take on the 3-4-1 Dallas Cowboys. Cardinals, Cowboys. Who you got?
I got to pick one, right?
Yep.
I'm picking the Cardinals. I'm legit serious. I'm picking the Cardinals. Diggs is still
That's interesting because I'm also picking the Cardinals because Kyler Murray does not lose in Jerry World. When Kyler Murray's in town, it's Kyler World. And it's just the Cowboys defense, man. It's
horrible.
It's bad.
It's atrocious.
The Cardinals are not a good team, but they've shown life on both sides of the ball at various points this season. The Cowboys are useless on defense. You could put cardboard cutouts out there and you'd have a better shot. You could put AI-generated, computer-generated images out there and they would stop teams more often than the Dallas Cowboys defense. They're terrible.
You know
it's going to be a bounce-back game for the Cardinals.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
The Eagles might win the bye week.
Yeah.
Because we picked against the Giants, against the Commanders, and against the Cowboys. The Eagles
that's a good week off.
Yeah, they might win the bye week. So that will be great because that will mean they will be 2 games ahead. Actually, 3, I believe, as the top of the division. They might break the curse this year and actually repeat as divisional winners for the first time in 25 years.
Has it been that long?
Maybe 10. I don't know. I'd be exaggerating. It's been a long time.
The Eagles dominated the early 2000s.
It might be
Dallas had Quincy Carter. Shouts out Quincy Carter.
Let's check that out while you're talking about Quincy Carter. Let's check out
Giants.
When was the last time the
Washington
NFC
stunk.
East had a repeat winner?
Patrick Ramsey stunk. I'm going to say 04-05.
04, when the Philadelphia Eagles won their 4th consecutive division title. After that, the NFC East has not had a repeat winner. They might have.
It's been 20 years, 21 years.
Yeah, it's definitely been 21 years since that. Not 25, 21. So it's been a long time. We're talking about the fact that the Eagles might break that curse and be back as repeat winners in the NFC East for the first time in 21 years. That's crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't see anyone stopping that from happening.
I mean, the Giants
have nobody left. Dallas
have a
defense
losing record.
Garbage.
Dallas
Commanders are in a tough spot.
And we already played Dallas at Lincoln Financial Field on opening day. We still had to play them in Jerry World. We've beaten Dallas in Jerry World. And we got the Commanders sandwich at the end of the season, which is like Washington. I don't know which team in the middle, and then Washington again to win the regular season. I don't see the Commanders doing anything to us that that could be considered scary. Like they can beat us. We'll see. Anyways, we got teams
All right, who's on bye?
Yeah, we got teams on bye. We got the Browns, the Jets, my Philadelphia Eagles, and the Tampa Bay bum-ass Buccaneers. Who does it benefit? Well, the Jets won the first game. That's good for them, finally, after 8 weeks. So that means they get to rest and lose momentum. So I don't think that benefits them. The Browns, well,
I think it benefits them because they get an extra week to celebrate before they go and lose their next 8 games.
That's not beneficial at all, but all right.
It's good for morale.
And then we got the Browns. The Browns, well, they got one of the best defensive player in the league, and he's just being wasted in that team because he's had to grab the bag instead of actually jumping over to a winning team. So
everyone comes out and says, "Oh, you chose the money." You're goddamn right, he chose the money, and you would too. Yeah. Every single one of you motherfuckers out here talking about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett can't. Not you. I'm talking in general, because you see it all week. Oh, well, he chose the money. He took the bag. No shit, he took the bag. Someone trying to hand you $40 million, you gonna say no to that? Come on now. Take the money, and then like 8 weeks later, say, you know what? It's not working out. Trade me.
That all depends on
what are they going to do? Say no?
That all depends on who you are as a person. I mean, as the big saint Jalen Hurts once said, money's nice.
It's a business. It's a business, Caesar.
This ain't wrestling, bro.
Yeah, and that comes from a guy who's also making more than $50 million a year. So Jalen Hurts can sit here and say that all he wants, but he got both. So
he got both, yeah.
Congratulations to him.
All right. Then we got the Buccaneers, who, well, they have a couple of injured players. I believe that Buka is back, so it gives him more time.
He never missed any time, I don't think.
I believe he missed a couple of weeks. And then he's back.
No, he's been playing.
He was back this past week.
I don't think he missed time.
Well, Chase is still out, right?
Who?
Is it Chase, the other receiver that he has?
Mike Evans.
Jesus Christ, what do I get Chase? Mike Evans.
Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals?
My bad.
This man is on his C- game.
Evans is out still. So
about 6 ounces of beer away from a D+, dog.
Evans is out still, so that gives him time to get better, get healthier. So it definitely benefits the Buccaneers. They've had a good season. They're dominating. They're still at the top of the division in the NFC South. So we'll see what happens, but that's good for them. They get some rest. They get time to organize themselves and see what they can do to the end of the season. And of course, the Eagles is the same case scenario. They come from a 2-game winning streak after losing 2 games straight, and then going back to 2 wins straight as well. So get healthier, get organized. So both teams benefit from that.
Any non-pick predictions that you have not already baked into your picks?
Yes.
Oh, he's finally got one.
The Ravens are going to have a combined between Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry over 150 rushing yards on Miami.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna give one to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me give you one, then you give one, then maybe I'll have another one.
All right.
The Minnesota Vikings will score a touchdown in the first half. That sounds crazy, but they've only done that one time this year. So you look at every Vikings game this year and tell me how many points they have at halftime. Other than the Bengals game, it is 6 points in every game, but they will score a touchdown in the first half this week.
Daniel Jones is getting sacked 3 times.
Just in general, or by TJ Watt? Because I know you were hyping up your boy.
in general, but TJ will be involved in at least 2 of those sacks. Either
Okay,
a
there
half
we go.
sack or just just by himself.
Let me cook up another one real quick. I think I had one and I didn't write it down, and then
All right.
we just get off to the races here. Let's see. Who do I like? I'm going to say Bijan Robinson will run for at least 103 yards against the Patriots.
103 yards.
Correct. I'd also like to point out that on Purple Daily, I made a prediction last year that's still alive, and I made a prediction last week that's still alive. And one of them is going to hit. And I can't wait. Last year I said J.J. McCarthy will defeat the Detroit Lions in his first career start against the Lions, and he will defeat either the Bears and or the Packers in his first career start against them. He beat the Bears in his first career start. So if he beats the Lions, that prediction hits. But then I last week went on and I made a prediction that the Vikings will lose their next 2 games and or they will lose 3 of their next 5. They lost to the Chargers. So if they lose to Detroit, that prediction hits. This is what we in the gambling industry call a smart bet. It's a hedge. You got to hedge your bets.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who did the curse wheel land on this week?
Ooh. Let me check. I got that text earlier today. I was working and it registered with me. This is good for you. And good for me, not on the record, but off the record, because I was smelling around this even before this came through. But curse wheel landed on the Colts.
Ah. Interesting.
You know what? Switch my pick to the Steelers. Because I was sniffing around that. No. I was sniffing around that all week. And the only reason I did, if you picked the Colts, I was definitely going to pick the Steelers just to have some variety. But then now seeing that, we got to.
It's due time. They've been dominating since week 1. They only have 1 loss. It's due time they lose another game, and I believe this is going to be it.
Yeah.
I mean, Rodgers,
every week I say to myself, can I see the Colts at 5-1? Can I see the Colts at 6-1? Can I see the Colts at 7-1? Can I see the Colts at 8-1? And they just keep proving me wrong. But the curse wheel on top of my radar has been real good this year. I pick a lot of absurd upsets on this program just to make it entertaining and to have some variety between our picks. But the ones where I feel last week I picked the Texans over the Niners, and I could feel it in my bones. Every time I really feel it in my bones this year, it's come through, and that's the one pick this week that I could feel in my bones: the Steelers over Colts.
Rodgers is angry. He lost to the Packers. It was a really bad game where they dominated the first half, and then they just completely crumbled in the second half. And the Packers.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
So I believe the bad man is going to go in there and he's going to fucking do some whatever curse they do in Temple of Doom and just stake out Daniel Jones' heart.
Kalima.
Yeah.
Kalima. Kalima. And with that, we will end this program. For Caesar, I am Kyle. Please please subscribe, please comment, and tell us how we are the biggest buffoons of the week. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Until next time, take it easy, football heads.
God bless football. And go Birds.
Let's go Vikings. We got to get it done this week, guys. I need you. We need this stuff, baby. We need it. I love you, J.J. McCarthy. Welcome back.